Welcome to day 4 on Guru, and today's one verse is quite simple, which you all have been chanting in n number of ways, right? From your daily prayers in school or anyway. The verse is like this: Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara. Gururev param brahma tasmai shri gurave namaha. Here, if you observe carefully, the word guru has been prefixed before the Trinity and specially before the third deity. You see here, first he says Gurur Brahma, second time he says Gurur Vishnu, and third, Guru Devo Maheshwara. Speciality. So he has given them extra thing for Shiva. As you know, here it says it's very simple. Guru, he himself means your teacher, he himself is Brahma, Vishnu, and Devo Maheshwara, the god Shiva. So here you should understand who is Brahma, who is Vishnu, who is Maheshwara. From one standpoint, you can understand that Brahma is Chaturmukha Brahma, the four-headed Brahma, which you do in the meditation, Chaturmukha Brahma. And Vishnu is again the same, the Chaturabhuja Vishnu in any form. And Devo Maheshwara is the Lord Shiva. You should understand that their portfolios. Brahma is the creator, Vishnu is the sustainer, and Shiva is the destroyer. In other words, we have heard God. God means generator, operator, destroyer. He generates Chaitanya, intelligence, and awakens so much of knowledge in you, which helps you in sustaining your materialistic world in a normal circumstance of your academical teachers and gurus. And too much of that, Pranashri, too much of greed, too much of arrogance of knowledge, Vidya Ahankara. If one gets all that, then the same guru, he just stamps on your head one, says, hey, haven't you seen teachers at times punishing the children? Suddenly he takes a duster, keeps it on their head and asks for the formula A plus B whole cube. You'll be thinking too smart of yourself. Right? And when you raise your hands or you don't raise your hands, the guru knows if you know or not. They don't look. Some children deliberately they keep raising hands, even though they don't know, because they think that this teacher, I know, always whenever we raise hands, they don't ask. If I don't raise hands, he asks. Therefore, he raises immediately. The guru asks him, "Okay, you tell me, what is the value of pi?" Huh? At times, fourth, fifth, sixth benches and others, they try to hide. They bend low when teachers ask, oh, they hide. I understand in the class of 40, the teacher knows everyone's name. He says, hey, Shishant. Huh? He was hiding behind Darshat. But still, oh, ways. So understand this. So, and then he doesn't just stop there. Guru Reva Param Brahma, he says. Eva means alone. The teacher alone is Param Brahma. Here you should understand, in the first line when he said Guru Brahma, that Brahma is the four-headed one. Here, Param Brahma means the ultimate, the supreme Brahma. In a sense, it is in our Vedanta, it is Brahman, not the four-headed one. It is that absolute consciousness which is beyond all these, is governing all these things. That energy in Brahma, in Vishnu, in Maheshwara, in Amba, all of them, and the same energy that is in you. Guru Rev, your teacher alone, is the ultimate God. Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. To that God I prostrate with reverence. That is important. With reverence. Lot of people, you, we have to bend, all are falling at the feet of, even I will go and fall, what do I lose? Attitudes. It will not work in philosophy. It is not the actions that work here for us, it is the inner bhava, the feeling. So, in the next verse that we see today, Kavitva Varashi Nishakarabhyam Daurbhagya Dhavam Budamalikabhyam Durikrutanam Vipadatibhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam. This I prostrate, not once, double Namo Namah. My double prostrations to the sandals of the Guru, Guru Padukabhyam. So now, here he has used Kavitva, the poetic talent, Varashi, the sea-like. So, why so many adjectives? He says here, when he says Kavitva, the poetic talent, it is not just the poetic and Adi that we are supposed to understand. All the talents in me which are tapped and which surface are only because of him. So I prostrate to that sandal. You know the story of Totakacharya and other things with how Guru works. Let us not go there now. So the inspiring thing in me, or that which gets inspired in me, the talents, that which shoots in my heart, the craving desire either to be an astronaut, a cosmonaut, or to be a pharmacist or a technician. How does it make? Like the moon makes the tides rise during the full moon day. Isn't it? Like the sea rises because of the moon. Similarly here, my bosom, it overflows with all the talents in me. It's because of the sandals, or because of my guru, and for my gurus, that sandals I prostrate. It says, and what happens? Duri Krutanam Vipattita. Vipatti means each one of us have some difficulty or other in some form or the other. Isn't it? Then just imagine there is a forest fire and there is a, what do you call, cloud bursts up in the sky. What happens with the forest fire? Similarly, the multitudes of adversities and troubles that we are undergoing, it gets dispelled just by the grace of the Guru. So, to that sandals, just by prostrating or thinking of the sandals of my master, everything gets cleared, or he gives us the energy and the strength to overcome it. If we don't have a guru, then we have been seeing in news recently, young people, hardly not even 40, they commit suicide. Why? Some challenges. The same thing if you had surrendered to a guru or to a master, the master gives us inner strength and courage to overcome, or he gives some solution to come out of it. Therefore, my dear friends, each one of you should have a guru, should have a master, should have a faith in one thing. Any God, I don't mind. Based on your faith and religion and custom and upbringing, yes, one supreme. Have immense, unshakable faith. We pass. So, saying so, we conclude this here today. And I think today and tomorrow we have full moon and have half plans to dash. Let me see what my guru says. Thanks for being here.